Once upon a time, in a quiet corner of a vast and ancient forest, there lived a young rabbit named Fern. Fern was an adventurous rabbit with a fur coat as white as snow and eyes as sharp as a hawk's. She had a particular fondness for exploring the dense woods that surrounded her warren, always eager to discover new things and venture into places where no rabbit had gone before. One sunny morning, as Fern hopped along her usual trail, she stumbled upon something unusual. Nestled beneath a cluster of wild violets, she saw a glimmer of color that she had never seen in the forest before. It was a deep, vivid shade of blue-green, sparkling in the light that filtered through the leaves above. Fern's heart skipped a beat with curiosity. What could it be? Creeping closer, Fern nudged aside the violets with her nose and uncovered a small, perfectly smooth stone. It was the most beautiful thing she had ever seen, a piece of turquoise, glowing with an otherworldly light. Fern had heard tales from the older rabbits about stones that held magical properties, stones that could grant wishes or reveal hidden truths. Could this be one of those legendary stones? Unable to resist, Fern carefully picked up the turquoise with her paws and held it close to her chest. She felt a warmth spread through her body, a tingling sensation that made her whiskers twitch with excitement. She decided then and there that she would keep the stone and find out if it truly held any magic. As Fern made her way back to her burrow, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. She paused and looked around, but all she saw were the familiar trees and bushes, the gentle sway of the branches in the breeze. Shaking off the feeling, she continued on her way, clutching the turquoise tightly. Back at her burrow, Fern showed the stone to her best friend, a wise old rabbit named Sage. Sage had lived in the forest for many years and knew almost everything there was to know about its secrets. "Where did you find this?" Sage asked, his eyes wide with amazement as he examined the turquoise. "Just by the violets near the old oak," Fern replied. "Do you think it could be a magic stone, like in the stories?" Sage turned the stone over in his paws, studying it carefully. "It is possible," he said slowly. "This is a very rare piece of turquoise. It is said that stones like this one are gifts from the forest spirits, given to those who have a pure heart and a brave soul." Fern's ears perked up. "Forest spirits? Do you think they gave it to me?" Sage smiled and nodded. "Perhaps. But remember, Fern, with great gifts come great responsibilities. If this stone truly has magic, it may also come with a price. You must use it wisely." Fern nodded, feeling a mixture of excitement and apprehension. That night, she placed the turquoise under her pillow and drifted off to sleep, wondering what the future would hold. The next morning, Fern woke to find the forest alive with whispers. The wind seemed to sing through its throws, the leaves, and the birds chirped in a way that felt different, almost as if they were trying to communicate with her. She felt an urge to explore deeper into the woods, to follow the path that seemed to call her name. Clutching the turquoise in her paw, Fern set off, her heart racing with anticipation. She traveled deeper into the forest than she ever had before, passing by towering trees and crossing babbling brooks. The deeper she went, the stronger the pull of the turquoise felt, guiding her through the dense underbrush and twisting trails. Finally, she reached a small clearing she had never seen before. In the center of the clearing stood an ancient tree, its bark twisted and gnarled with age. At the base of the tree, there was a small, shimmering pool of water. Fern approached the pool cautiously, her eyes widening in awe. The water was the same deep turquoise as the stone she carried, and it seemed to glow with a light all its own. Fern knelt beside the pool and gazed into its depths. As she looked, she saw images begin to form in the water. Images of herself, but also of other creatures she had never seen before. She saw a majestic stag with antlers that stretched up to the sky, a wise old owl with feathers as white as snow, and a sleek fox with eyes that glinted with mischief. Each creature seemed to look directly at her, their gazes filled with wisdom and curiosity. Suddenly, the water began to ripple, and a soft voice echoed in Fern's mind. "Welcome, brave rabbit," the voice said. You have been chosen to bear the gift of the turquoise. Do you accept the responsibility that comes with it? Fern swallowed hard, her heart pounding in her chest. I do, she replied, her voice trembling slightly.